My name is Kari Featherngill,
And I'm Jason Featherngill.
and this is our story.
We first started coming to Cedar Ridge back on Easter Sunday in 2008. And my dad had been asking us to come to church with him for some time. And this one particular Easter, we couldn't say no anymore.
It was an interesting time though because it was right after Jason's brother passed away. He passed away in March, and then it was April whenever we decided to come to church. And I remember that first time that we got here, it was like we both went home and we kind of looked at each other and we're like, wow, that's exactly what we needed. And we haven't missed a Sunday since. He grew up in church up until about 5th grade, but I didn't. I went to church for a year when I was 6, and I got baptized there. But after that, like it wasn't something that I ran to. It wasn't something that I thought, well, that's what I'm missing, until that day that I showed up and I was just like, oh man, that's what I'm missing. And I didn't even know.
Seemed like we got plugged in pretty quick, felt called to volunteer and help out. Actually, I saw a thing in the bulletin and it said no skills required, and I said, I can do that. And I got to help out with the lighting and stuff, and Harold kind of took me under his wing, and we started doing some Bible studies and stuff together, and it just got to a point where he encouraged me to branch off, and got plugged into a group.
Made some really good connections in that group. Even to this day, we're still really good friends with them.
Okay.
On top of that, like Jason's mom started coming, and then Jason's first wife started coming, and
Yeah, Audrey, Nick's mom. Yeah, whenever we first started coming to church here, if anyone would have ever asked me if I thought that my mom or my ex-wife would be right alongside us going through the journey together, I wouldn't have believed it would happen. God showed up, brought us to church. God showed up, brought my mom to church. God showed up, brought Amanda to church. So you never think about that when you ask somebody every few months for years, that when they finally show up, then all of that could happen.